Hey guys, this is Diana Ballard, and welcome to the Mom Training Podcast, where we discuss the skills and strategies to create possibilities in motherhood and make it more fun, efficient, organized, and peaceful. You can find more information or connect with me online at dianaballard.com or at Diana Ballard Live on social media. What's up, ladies? Today we're continuing with our discussion about enjoying motherhood. I want you to think about the last time you felt complete enjoyment in motherhood. I'm not talking about for a whole day, just a moment. It could be something really simple that they did that was really cute, that filled your heart with joy, or sitting snuggling with them for 30 minutes, and it just never feeling like enough because you love it so much, but you have to go to bed. Now, this could have just happened. Maybe it was yesterday, last week. But for some, it might have been a while that we have felt something so beautiful in motherhood that it fills our whole chest with joy, that it overflows through our eyes in tears of gratitude and emotion. So wherever you are on the scale of enjoying motherhood, just a reminder that things can always get better from here. From this moment forward, we can begin to enjoy motherhood just even a little more each day. Enjoying motherhood is something I've really been working on lately, studying and interviewing moms about. For truly enjoying motherhood is a goal of mine, and I'm determined to learn what it takes to make enjoyment and absolute love for this job as mom possible. For I see how my kiddos are growing up so quickly, and I want to enjoy this time as much as possible and have no regrets about it later. Going back to the mindset of thriving through life instead of just surviving. Now, will there be challenging times throughout our career as motherhood that we might have to push through and could be in survival mode for a bit? Yeah, but that's just life in general, not just motherhood. It's normal to have times we struggle a little more. But as I've searched for moms to learn from, I've met those moms that truly enjoy motherhood, and you can just see it shining through every piece of them. So if it's possible for one mom to enjoy motherhood to the fullest, it's possible for us other moms who would really like to enjoy it even just a little bit more. So we're going to discuss something that I've kind of been practicing and experimenting with right now, and that is slowing down. We can find ourselves rushing from one place to the next, so busy that we barely even take a minute to sit down and enjoy the people around us. I've been experimenting with slowing down and enjoyment this last month, and I will tell you, my enjoyment for where I'm at, and especially being a mom, has increased 200% at least. So this all started when I was at a conference back in February. It was a 3-day conference, and you sat a lot, right? Well, I'm pregnant with my third child. And the first day I sat there in that conference, I couldn't believe how much the baby in my stomach moved. I was about 24 weeks at the time, and I was like, I swear this baby is doing flips. Good grief, when did this start? I then realized I rarely ever sat down or held still long enough to be able to feel the baby move or notice the movements that it has obviously been doing for a little while. So as I sat there in the conference, it brought some awareness to the little life that was inside of me and actually helped me connect with the baby way more than I had in the last little while. Holding still and slowing down was a gift, and one that helped me connect with my unborn child and feel joy. So coming home from the event, I brought that same focus and attention of slowing down with my 2 kids. I started doing things like when I was working on something, I'd set it aside when they came up to me, or stop doing some dishes or cleaning to pick them up for a minute and just tell them that I love them, giving them a word of encouragement, or let them know how much I enjoyed them. I slowed down my pace for even just literally 60 seconds to a couple minutes to give them a snuggle and some love, and it didn't really interrupt my work that much, but actually increased my enjoyment in what I was doing as a mom. After about a month of practicing this and trying out different things and slowing down and seeing what feels good and what actually does bring enjoyment, the results have been spectacular, first with myself and second with my kids. And I will tell you, I enjoy my kids so much more than I did before starting the experiment. I liked and loved my kids and had moments of enjoyment, but these moments have definitely increased and are actually filling my chest with joy. Instead of that was cute, it's that was so cute. If you know what I mean. We can have moments of oh, they look really cute, or I really enjoyed that. And moments you're oh, that just took my breath away. It's just like that tiny little moment that like makes such a difference for us moms. And it's really been with just slowing down to enjoy them. Like just last night, I didn't want to stop holding them as they went to bed. First my son and then my daughter. Like Daddy had actually put them to bed. I had come home from a meeting and, he was just coming out of their room, and I definitely could have just used it as a night off for me, which I have in the past. When he puts them to bed, it's like, cool, I can work on something, I can take a bath, I can do whatever I want, right? But because of this experiment of trying to increase enjoyment, like I actually just wanted to go in and hold him, and my husband was like, our son's not going to be young for a while. Like he's not going to want you to hold him all the time. Like if you're wanting to go hold him, just go in and hold him, right? And then it increased to me putting him in bed. They share a room, and grabbing my daughter and snuggling her for a minute. Just really feeling like joy with holding these kids and spending this extra time with the kids. And time is something that's so important to me. Like I am a time management, organized, drilling, like I love time. And with organizing your time, you can accomplish, there's nothing you can't accomplish. You can literally accomplish anything that you want to if you organize your time and prioritize your priorities, right? So time is so important to me. But with this experiment, I've really been it's really shifted my focus of, gosh, I really am enjoying my kids, right? And then it's funny because the next day, this morning was like, oh my gosh, this morning sucks. So it's like, it's not having that perfect, it's not going to be like, every moment I enjoy my children and it's just, everything is so beautiful. No, that's not realistic, right? This morning, someone was upset and it made another person upset and then another person upset. And so all three of us are upset. And so it's I don't know if you're teething, bro, or what's going on, but you are cranky, and throwing things, and I don't know what your deal is, or what you woke up on the wrong side of the bed or whatever, and you're only almost 2, whatever. So it's not about being perfect, right? It's not about, enjoying every single second of motherhood, but it is increasing it so that we enjoy motherhood more and are more invested in it, when we have these moments of enjoyment. And because I'm actively focusing on increasing enjoyment, it could be that I'm on a high of motherhood enjoyment right now, and it may not be like this every month. But it's a good lesson on when we focus on something, we get more of it. If we want more enjoyment and give it more focused attention, then the chance of it increasing will be a lot higher. So, and then with my kids with this experiment, they've listened to me more. They are super sweet. My 4-year-old is saying, I love you, Mommy, randomly throughout the day. They're wanting to snuggle more, and they listen more when I do have a boundary of Mommy's working right now. You can snuggle next to me, but, we can't talk right now. We can't play. You're welcome to come sit with me while I'm editing podcasts or, doing stuff like that. And they've been so much more willing because they feel so much more love outside of those boundaries of time that I'm needing to protect for things like making sure the food's made or the house is clean or the laundry's done or, different things like that. They are feeling so much more love because I am showing them more love and enjoyment, that in the moments where I'm like, okay, we're all done. Time to move on to something else. Mommy needs this time now. It's been amazing to see the result. And so I'm definitely going to continue experimenting and focusing on enjoyment and see, what kind of results continue to come. But the real key I'm learning here is that those tiny little moments of pausing and giving a love, hug, eye contact, a kind word, or whatever, that is what matters most. I thought I was loving my kids enough by making sure I took them places, they were fed healthy food, that their needs were taken care of. But what made the difference was the love and intention that I focused on them and truly meaning it. It has changed me, and only in a short amount of time, too. I hope to continue this and see where it takes me. Now, I also know that there will be times where I forget or get distracted. Again, we're not going to be perfect mothers, but I'll tell you, this feeling is amazing and one that I will hope to continue throughout my career as motherhood. Now, some of you may be thinking, I already enjoy motherhood a lot and appreciate this opportunity as a gift and will cherish it. And I'm so glad you've been experiencing such high amounts of enjoyment in motherhood, and that is a blessing. So please share your enjoyment of motherhood with others, because we need more mothers who love what they do and share that they love what they do. Gives hope to other mothers and other future mothers. But there's some of us that have struggled a little more with it, whether it be because of the beliefs and expectations that we've had about ourselves or life, not being prepared for the sacrifices and hardships that may come with motherhood, or maybe some examples around us didn't teach us how to enjoy the career of motherhood or whatever it is. But the point is, we're all here now in this very moment, and we have the capacity to change our focus and create a new reality for us. So let's think for a minute. How can we slow down a little more and enjoy the moment, even in a brief moment, to enjoy our children? Is it more physical affection that we can give, more attention to love what they love, a kind word? Where can we step back for even just a moment to be fully present and give love with full intention and attention? Each mom and child is going to be different, with different love languages and ways of communicating that love. You may have to experiment with it, which is the fun part. Keep the curiosity rolling here. That's the beauty of life in general, is experimenting with things and being curious of what if I did try to love this person like this? Or what if I did do something funny? What if that caught their attention? It's experimenting with thoughts that come to your mind of how to increase that enjoyment. That's the fun part. See what's going to happen, what's on the other side. And what we're looking for is what brings the greatest result and what brings the greatest joy into your life and theirs. And we'll even expand, thinking of ideas of how to enjoy your spouse more too, if you have one. How can I slow down just a little bit to give just a tiny bit more love and attention, and experiment with how it betters your relationship? So let's really think about our level of enjoyment. And if we find that we could increase it a little more, maybe slow down a little bit to enjoy the cute moments or to give a little more love. Because it's not only important for our kids to have us more present, but it will also increase our mental health because we're enjoying what we do. And again, not having to enjoy every second, because I don't know how cleaning dried, caked on oatmeal off half of the kitchen floor, cupboards, high chair, and toddler would be, considered too fun. But it's being able to actually have moments where our enjoyment buckets are filled up, which keeps us chugging along day by day. So let's get out there and enjoy being a mom, ladies. And let's do another social media challenge in the next week or so. When you have a moment of enjoyment in motherhood, share it with your friends and family, shining a positive light on motherhood. You never know who might need a little encouragement that being a mom is the real in thing, right? So you guys are awesome. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you next week on the Mom Training Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning into the Mom Training Podcast. If you liked what you heard, I would so appreciate a rating and review from you on any platform you listen to this on. If you have any questions or podcast ideas, you can message me on my social media at Diana Ballard Live or shoot me an email on my website. See you next week.